Hello guys, our first book here on the channel is The Power of Consciousness of Nevill Goddard. It is no wonder, for Nevill Goddard is incredible, a great teacher, a metaphysician of wisdom, and incredible knowledge. I ask you to subscribe, share, comment and leave your like. Thanks. Peace for all. Chapter 1. I am all things when they are admitted, are manifested by the light, because all that is manifested is light. Ephesians 05.13. Light is consciousness. Consciousness is one, manifesting itself in legions of forms at levels of consciousness. There is no one who is not all that is for consciousness, although expressed on an infinite series of levels, it is not divisional. There is no real separation or gap in consciousness. I am cannot be divided. I can conceive of myself as a rich man, a poor man, a beggar or a thief, but the center of my being remains the same. Regardless of my concept of myself, in the center of the manifestation there are only one I am, manifesting in legions of forms or concepts of the same end. I am what I am. I am is self-definition of the Absolute, the foundation on which everything rests. I am or is the first cause of substance. I am is self-definition of God. I am sent to you. Texodo 3.14. I am what I am. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46.10. I am is a feeling of permanent awareness. The center of consciousness is the feeling of I am. I can forget who I am, where I am, what I am, but I cannot forget who I am. The consciousness of and remains, regardless of the degree of forgetfulness of who, where, and what I am. I am is what, in the midst of innumerable forms, it is always the same. This great discovery of the cause reveals that, good or bad, man is, in fact, the arbiter of his own destiny, and that is his concept of himself what determines the world in which he lives, and his concept of himself and his reactions to life. In other words, if you are experiencing health problems, knowing the truth about the cause, you cannot attribute I am the disease to anything other than the particular thought of the basic cause substance, a thought that was produced by your reactions to life, and is defined by your concept I am fine. That's why you said, let the weak man say, I'm strong. Joel 3.10. For by its supposition, the substance cause I am is thoughts and must, therefore, manifest what your thought affirms. This principle governs every aspect of your life, be it social, financial, intellectual or spiritual. I am that reality that determines the shape and the scenario of your existence. It all depends on your attitude towards yourself, which is not going to affirm as the truth of that same cannot awaken in your world. In other words, your concept of that, how strong I am safe, I am loved, determines the world in which you live. In other words, when you say, I am a man, I am a father, I am an American, you are not defining I am different from, you are defining different concepts or thoughts of the substance a cause relationship I am. And even in the phenomena of nature, if a tree were articulated diria, I am a tree, an apple tree, a fruit tree. When you know that conscience is the only reality, conceiving yourself as something good, bad or indifferent, and becoming what he conceived to be, you are free from the tyranny of secondary causes. You will be free from beliefs than the external causes of your own mind that can affect your life. In the state in the individual's consciousness the explanation of the phenomena of life is found. If his concept was different, everything in his world will be different. Your concept of yourself being what you are, everything in your world must be as it is. It is clear that I'm only one and you are me. While I am is infinite, you, by your concept of the same, are exhibiting only a limited aspect of the infinite I am. Build for yourself more majestic mansions. My soul. As the seasons pass lightly to leave your vaulted low past, leave each new temple, more noble than the last. Shut up the sky with a dome wider than you in art of free fulfillment, leaving your shells surpassed in the agitated seas of this life. Oliver Wendell Holmes, Senior Chapter 2. Conscience. It is only through a change of consciousness, to really change your concept of yourself, that you can build more imposing mansions, the increasingly high manifestations and concepts. manifesting is understood as experiencing the results testing concepts in your world. It is of vital importance to clearly understand what consciousness is. The reason lies in the fact that consciousness is the only reality, it is the first and only cause substance of the phenomenon of life. There is nothing for man to say through his awareness of it. Therefore, it is the consciousness that must transform, because it is the only basis on which the phenomena of life can be explained. If we accept the idea of giving a first cause, it would have to follow the evolution of that cause. It could never result in anything external to itself. That is, if the first cause is substantial light, all its evolutions, fruits and manifestations would remain light. The first cause substance being consciousness, all its evolutions, fruits and phenomena must remain consciousness. All that could be observed would be a higher or lower form or variation of the same thing. In other words, if your conscience is the only reality, it must also be the only substance. Consequently, what seems to pay you as circumstances, conditions, and even material objects are really just the products of your own consciousness. Nature, then, as a thing or complex of things external to your mind, must be rejected. You and your environment cannot be considered to exist separately. You and your world are one. Therefore, you must connect from going from the objective appearance of things to the subjective center of things, your consciousness, if you really want to know the cause of life's phenomena, and how to use that knowledge to realize your most cherishing dreams in the midst of the apparent contradictions, antagonisms and contrasts of his life. Just one principle of work, only his conscience at work. Difference does not consist in a variety of substances, but in the variety of arrangement of the same substance, its consciousness. The world moves without necessary motivation. So that means that he has nothing of his own, but he is about the need to manifest his concept, the organization of his mind, and his mind is always organized according to all that and you believe and say it is truth. The rich man, the poor man, the beggar and the thief are not different minds, but different arrangements of the same mind. In the same sense, between a piece of steel, do not differ magnetized in substance from their demagnetized state, but in the disposition and order of its molecules. A single electron rotating in a specific orbit constitutes the unit of magnetism. When a piece of steel or something else is demagnetized, the spinning electrons have stopped. Therefore, magnetism has not gone out of existence. There is only one order of the particles, so that they do not produce any noticeable or external effect. When the particles are arranged at random, mixing in all directions, the substance is said to demagnetize, but when particles are packaged in rows so that a number of them go in one direction, the substance is a magnet. Magnetism is not generated, it is displayed. Health, wealth, beauty and genius are not created, they are only manifested by the thought of your mind that it is, by your concept of yourself, and your concept of yourself is all that you accept and agree as the truth. What you agree to be true can only be discovered by an uncritical observation of your reactions to life. Your reactions reveal where you live psychologically, and where you live psychologically determines how you live in the external visible world. Its importance in your daily life should be immediately apparent. The basic nature of the primary cause is awareness. Therefore, the ultimate substance of all things is consciousness.